Hi guys, and welcome back to Maths with Miss S. This is part 8 on equations and this is our revision time. Now what we have to do here is we need to multiply a bracket first. So remember, if there's a number in front of a bracket, this number needs to be multiplied by each part of the bracket. So 4 times x and 4 times 3. And 4 times 3 is 12, and since there's a minus there, we get minus 12. Next step is to simplify both sides as far as we can. So since we have the minus 12 and the plus 7 there, both of them are number values, so we can simplify that and it gives us minus 5. Now once we have both sides of our equation simplified as far as we could, we're going to take a moment to check what kind of equation are we looking at. Is there any x squareds? Are there any x to the power of 3s? Anything like that? If not, if we only have x's in there, it means it's a linear equation, and linear equations are to be solved by bringing all x values on one side and all numbers on the opposite side. So we're going to add plus 5 on both sides, and we're going to take away 2x on both sides to give us 2x is equal to 8, and 2x is the same as 2 times x, so we need to divide in order to get rid of that 2, and x is therefore 4. In the next exercise, we now also have some squares in there. We're going to look for like terms first, so I'm going to use my highlighters there to show which of the terms are actually like. So I have some squares in there, I have x, only one there on the left hand side, and I have some number values on the right hand side. So I'm going to simplify those first. Now I see that this is actually a 3 on both sides, and I can cross it out because by minusing 3 on both sides, it would disappear on both sides. So whenever you have something on the left and right side of the equation that's exactly the same sign and all, you can just cross it out. Now the only thing we now have to move is x squared, so we minus x squared on both sides, and we're left with 8x squared minus 4x is equal to 0. And this equal to 0 here was our goal because we had squares in there. So as I mentioned earlier, when we have squares in there, it's a different ball game. When we have linear equations, we split x's and numbers. But if we have a square, we want to bring everything on one side and then factorize or use the minus b formula. Now, since this is that special case where we're missing the constant, we can easily factorize. And remember, when we're factorizing and we're taking the whole thing out, do not write down a 0 in the bracket. It has to be a 1. So we're basically dividing by 4x, and what's left would be 1. Okay, so don't write a 0 in there. Now the next step and last step is to actually look at these two parts of that multiplication. So we have 4x that could be 0 and 2x minus 1 that could be 0, and we solve both of them separately. Now I did not have enough time to put that whole last exercise in there, but just to show you the start of it, the second half is going to go up tomorrow. Just bring everything on one side again because we have squares in there that are not cancelling out, and we'll take it from there tomorrow.